All right, let's get into what's happening around the world this week.
So the big headline? It's the escalating war between the US and Iran.
Yeah, both sides are really digging in, sparking fears of a long, drawn-out conflict.
In Iran, hardliners are tightening their grip. Meanwhile, the US is dialing up the military pressure.
And this quote, it signals a really significant jump in military operations against Iran.
So what's the immediate fallout from all this? Well, it's hitting the global energy supply hard.
Closing this waterway is a huge deal. It's already sending shockwaves through the financial markets.
Think about it. That's a fifth of the entire world's oil supply suddenly at risk.
And yep, you guessed it. Oil prices have shot up and we're all feeling it at the pump.
You can see the ripple effect right here. I mean, both stocks and bonds took a hit.
Which brings us to the million-dollar question. Can the global economy actually handle this?
Well, analysts are pretty split. You've got two very different takes on what happens next.
On one hand, some say the economy is actually in good shape and can ride this out.
But others are waving a red flag, saying investors might be ignoring the real risks here.
So it makes you wonder, what can we learn from history with stuff like this?
Well, history shows these kinds of market dips from world events tend to bounce back pretty quickly.
But here's the thing. This crisis isn't happening in a vacuum. There's a lot more going on. Just look at the Americas. New tensions are flaring up around Venezuela and even Greenland.
Over in Europe, the war in Ukraine is still grinding on with no end in sight. And let's not forget Asia, where tensions between China and Taiwan are still a major concern.
Even closer to home, there was a shooting at the U.S. consulate in Toronto.
So what's the big picture? It's a world on edge with a ton of interconnected crises.
We really appreciate you tuning in to get up to speed this week. Make sure you join us again next week as we break down the latest stories.
So we'll leave you with this to think about. Are markets a guardrail, or are they just ignoring reality?